Hello everyone, good evening. Hello everyone, good evening. Please confirm if my voice is audible. Hello everyone, good evening. Hello everyone. Let's give 2 minutes. Good evening everyone. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you so much for sparing your time on Sunday evening. So today we are going to run through a small demo on the course which we are going to learn, which is going to be a full stack Power BI with Power Platform. Now we will be covering Power BI, Azure, Power Apps, and Power Automate. Now, you may ask me the reason why we are learning all these four tools, and as an added advantage, we are also going to learn SQL. So, totally, we are going to learn 5 components. Now, you may ask me why these 5 tools are important, how this is going to be one of the top skill in the market. So, I'm going to walk you through the demo. To start with, we are first going to see why visualization is important, and there can be n number of tools. Why specifically we are learning Power BI, and there could be small loopholes. When I say small loopholes, maybe for certain things we can take help from Azure to reduce the burden of Power BI. For that we are going with Azure. Now we are done with reporting. Is at the end? No, we are going to add additional features by using Power Apps. So Power Apps will help us to make us interactive. And then we are going to Power Automate. Now we are going to learn one by one. And today you are going to you are going to see only the demo part. And for more details, you can join our course. Now just to walk you through the analogy, let's say we have a visual. When I say visual, we have a table. Now this table only says that January to December, assuming that it's coming from any e-commerce. It could be a Flipkart or it could be an Amazon. Now we have a 12 months of sales and we have a 12 months of revenue. Now this becomes very difficult for me to make a decision because I don't know which month is giving the highest sales, which month is giving the lowest sales, which month is giving the lowest profit. When I say profits revenue, and which month is giving lowest sales. These 4 questions, it's very difficult to answer. But if you keep that as a visual, now easily you will be able to answer. Now, not only these 4 questions you're able to answer, like which month is giving the highest sales, which month is giving the lowest sales, you can also see that you can also see that you can see the trend and pattern in this data set. We know that start of the year, that is January, February, March, the sales is higher, and then in between it is down. When I say down, this becomes a stable line, this becomes the high sales and this becomes the low sales. But when I ask the same question in the first visual, you are answering only the 4 questions, but now you're trying to find the pattern. Now that's the beauty of visualization, and we will be using visualization for all our business going forward. Now, without visualization, your life is very hard for your projects because you have to sit, you have to count, you have to keep a calculator, you have to use Excel, or it may be very difficult to come up with the decisions. And we know that the way the data is increasing rapidly, you will not have time to use your manual work. So you have to go and visualize it. And for that visualization, we are going to see one tool. With visualization, your life becomes very easy. The complete data which you saw in the previous screen, now I'm able to convert that into charts, visuals. And in fact, the advantage here is you can go and directly see in your mobiles, tablets, and web. Now that's the advantage of going with visualization. Now, you may ask me why this is important. Is it really required to go and do a reporting? Well, definitely yes, because every business, every company, their only motto is to make money, make revenue. If you ask us, yes, as a KSR, we also want to make profit. If you ask Amazon, yes, they also want to make profit. You ask any company, they want to make money. But how they want to improve, how they have to grow, for that data is the key. Data is the asset. If you have the data, definitely you can convert that into visuals for better decision. It will also help us to target the right people at the right time. That's the advantage of going with visualization. Now, okay, we also know that we are talking about Power BI. Now, when I'm talking about Power BI, what is this BI first? Why BI stands for business intelligence. What is business intelligence? Split into two words. One is business, one is intelligence. Business, we know that what is the problem your business is having. They get raw data from different streams. They don't have a specified database or schema, and the data will be scattered. There will be a lot of missing values. There will be a lot of errors. There will be a lot of abnormalities. Now, what as a BI developer, what you're going to do, you're going to bring everything to one place. You're going to bring everything to one place, and once you bring that into one place, you do all the type of security checks, data checks, and treat your data errors, and finally you convert into visuals. Now bringing everything into one place, visualizing it, and that's where your BI tools are responsible. They'll help us in transformation, they'll help us in cleaning, they'll help us in bringing everything together, and finally, they'll help us to visualize the data. Now, who is responsible for all these features? None other than BI tools. Okay, we got to know BI tools. Now, what we know is Power BI is also a BI tool. Power BI is also a BI tool, which is responsible for getting the data, cleaning the data, transforming the data, visualizing the data, sharing the report to end users. Now, all this can be responsible by BI tools, and Power BI is also BI tool, which you can do visuals, right? So, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn first as a Power BI. Now, you may ask me a question. We talked about BI tools. Is this the only tool available currently in the market? Definitely no. Well, even if you want to buy a smartphone, you still have a lot of brands, right? You have around 14 to 15 brands of phones where you can go and choose the best features, and according to your budget, definitely you will opt for it. Similarly, we also have 30 BI tools currently in the market, which is responsible for doing your raw data conversion into reporting, where you can visualize it. Most importantly, all these are BI tools, but why specifically we are choosed Power BI? You may ask me a question. Why are we not teaching Tableau? Why are we not teaching Oracle? Why are we not teaching SAP? In order to prove that, I am going to show you some proofs which I would say Power BI is the best. Power BI is the best. Now, if you take this example, we have a company called Gartner. People who don't know a company Gartner, the Gartner company is their only work is comparison. They'll compare maybe Samsung phone with iPhone, they'll compare Java with Python, they'll compare BI tool with BI tool. So their work is only comparison. Now, when I talk about a comparison, when I talk about a comparison, now what I'm going to do, I am going to compare all the BI tools. Imagine this is like a race bar where this is a start, this is a end, this is a end, finish line. Okay. Now, what you observe is this is actually 50% of race. And there are 30 BI tools who are running for the race. Okay. 30 BI tools. Now, one thing if you observe, 28 tools have not even crossed the halfway mark. 28 tools have not even crossed the halfway mark. There are only 2 tools who are actually running for the finish line. And I would like to tell that Microsoft's Power BI is on top. It is about to reach the first line. Okay. But you may ask me, is this going to be for the next year as well? Well, whenever you see any new changes that is coming in the other tools, Microsoft Power BI is also coming up with a new advantages, new features. So it is also moving in a good direction. So even though this year we had an acquisition of Salesforce and Tableau, still we can see that Power BI is on top. Now this is there for the last 5 years. Power BI is on top for the last 5 years. Now this is the one of the reason why Power BI is on top. Now, this is the first reason. This is the first reason. Now, let's talk about the second reason. Now, second reason I would say is it is actually the history of Power BI. If you see, Power BI was introduced only in 2015. If I want to give age to Power BI, it will be 7 years old. There are a lot of technologies which is there for 40 years, 50 years, and if you observe this technology is there in the market for less than 7 years. You ask all the UI people or people who are working on middleware, they will never know about this tool. That is where it is creating the demand. But nowadays people are knowing it because it's comes something which is no coding. Without no coding you can start implementing all the visuals. But I'll tell you what you will be doing in the along with Power BI. What are the other technologies you will be knowing it? I will be walking you through. Well, Excel, Microsoft, CSV, then your Teams, your Outlook, whichever you see, everything I'm using Microsoft product. Everything I'm using Microsoft product. Even the live screen which you're seeing on your mobile screen, okay, even that which I'm presenting on Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Now, you know how this Microsoft products are in demand? It's all because of its brand. Google is a brand, Microsoft is a brand. No one can touch the brand. None of the competitors can touch the brand. And just wanted to tell you, Power BI is also a Microsoft product. Since it's a Microsoft product, we can see that it is in demand, right? Now, all these features is again the second reason why Power BI is in demand and why you need to learn. Now, this is a sample report which is being prepared in Power BI. Okay, so next 30 days you will also be able to do a report like this. We are going to teach you every chart, how to do it, how you can do it better, what is the client's expectation, how you can convert from raw data into reports. We are going to see that. Okay, now as I said, next 30 days you should be able to do this report in our course. Now, okay, we are getting the data, we are converting that into a report. All good. But next thing is how much data we can do a reporting. If you see the data growth here, the data is increasing very rapidly. If you see from 2010 to 2020, it has increased from 2 gigabytes to 40 gigabytes. People who are wondering what is this 40 gigabytes, 40 followed by 10 zeros is what the data is getting generated. Now when I say 40 gigabytes, 1 gigabyte is 21 zeros, so 40 followed by 10 followed by 21 zeros. Now this is what the data is getting generated. Now where is a storage level now? How can we go and store the data, right? Do you think Power BI can handle it? Yes, of course Power BI can handle it. It has lot of built-in engines which can capable of compressing the data and using it. But everything has a limit. Everything has a limit. So what if this 40 gigabyte is getting generated across the business? Do you think we can go and store this data? Definitely you can do it, but it becomes a burden. Just because one tool is beautiful and excellent for working doesn't mean that you put overload on that. So obviously you have to make sure the data is stored somewhere else. And if this is a range that the data is getting used, you all know that how the data is getting used. You have applications for everything. Every day you are using 2 GB, 3 GB of internet. See the range of the data that is getting generated. Now you should find a place where you have to store the data. And for that, now we are going to look into cloud. Well, Power BI report is implemented. We have the data, we are converted into visuals. Very good. Now what's next? What's next? Well, if this is done, I cannot put every load on Power BI. For the data storage, I have to dependent on something else, and that is what now I'm going to work with cloud computing. Now, what is this cloud computing? Well, all your computations, all your data storage, everything you can go and store it in the cloud. Everything you can go and store it in the cloud. The reason why we are going and storing in the cloud, well, on premises it bit costly. You have to find a server, you have to find someone who have to maintain, and there is a pricing that is getting involved. The more and more you store the data, the more and more you have to pay for services. So it's very hard if I'm running a business. Well, most of my profit will definitely go for maintaining the data, which may not be an effective solution. I need to find a way. That way I will be like choosing a cloud computing, and the one which I am going to learn will be Azure. Even though AWS stands on top among the cloud computing, each one will be benefit for each one of the services. We are dealing with the data storage, data processing. For that, Microsoft Azure is the best one. Overall, Microsoft Azure is on second position, but if you consider the data service providers, they are on top. And that's the reason we are going to learn. And of course, I need not tell this, it's a Microsoft product. So Microsoft products, you can link it easily and you can start working with the projects. And I know that the data is huge. I cannot store it in my on-prem. Now I'm moving to the cloud. And that cloud which I'll be learning is Azure. Now, why you have to go with cloud computing? Definitely it is something which has to store your data unlimited. You cannot bring your tools which is a limited data. So you have to find a way where you can store unlimited. Now that is where we are going to store the data in cloud computing. The benefits will definitely be efficiency, flexibility, and unlimited storage, and the most importantly, cost effective. You need not pay lakhs together to go and store it in your on-prem. You can simply, a portion of the amount can be paid to the cloud to store your data, and that's the advantage of going with cloud computing. And as said, Azure, even though it's the second largest cloud computing, we will be using this because of its benefits of Microsoft products and the services which are related to data. Lot of things we can do with Microsoft's Azure. Okay. Now, now we can see that yes, it's also one of the cloud product with cost efficient, and you can access the data worldwide. You are in any country, you can still go and access it. You need not have your system to be a very complex system or a very highly configured system, not required. In order to access your data, you just need internet, nothing else. If you have internet, you can directly go and access the data. Now, this is about Azure. As an end result, we know that we don't want to overburden Power BI, but we can use some of the services in Azure. And what we are going to use in Azure is Azure Data Factory. Now, most of you would have heard about the word factory. Factory is something where work takes place. We have to come on time. We have to go on time. There will be people who will be like with a similar uniforms, doing similar work. So that's a factory. We know it. Now, same name they have kept here, Azure Data Factory. What we are doing in Azure Data Factory, data is prepared well, data is cleaned well, data is readily available for working, but everything happens in Azure. As the name implies, Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory, imagine it's like a big factory which is responsible for getting the data, cleaning the data, transforming the data, organizing the data, and everything it does. And in fact, I'm reducing the burden of Power BI. Well, remember one thing, Power BI is also capable of doing all this. Power BI is also capable of doing all this. It is capable of cleaning the data, transforming the data, and visualizing the data. But the cleaning the data and transforming the data, I am moving out of Power BI's plate. Where I'm going to do that, I am going to do it in Azure. I am also reduce the burden, and in fact both performs hand to hand with a good performance. Then I am able to solve my problem. Okay. Now, also you need to understand that. If you go and see these two tools, Azure with Power BI, we are actually trying to combine combine two tools. Now, yes, okay, we have seen both. Now, what's next? Now, what's next? Do you think always you can open your reports in website and do it? Can you always go and use your websites? No, right? Now, we need to understand that our business has to be implemented somewhere in the app itself. I'll give a simple example. Let's say your internet is not working at your home. You go and raise a complaint. The minute you raise a complaint, the ticket will be getting registered, and maybe in a 1 day or a two, a service person comes to your house. He fixes your issue. He pulls out all your data. When you have raised a ticket, what is the ticket about, when it is not working. He will get your phone numbers, he'll reach to your location, everything he does, and he actually solves the problem. He try to fix your internet connection. Then what he does, he just makes note of it and then he moves out. Have you ever seen any service person coming with a laptop? No, they just carry a smartphone. Within the smartphone, they all pull your data, they edit it, they close the ticket, they do everything in front of you with their own app. Well, that is what we are going to do. We are going to build our own app as a business app. I know that we are using websites, but always taking your laptop will not be an ideal solution. We have to start building our mobile apps. Now that is where we have another component which is called Power Apps. Now Power Apps is actually responsible for creating apps and services which will be able to connect your business apps to your data. Now by using this Power Apps, you will be able to build a mobile app or a tablet app which can help most of the users to carry it, and it is more flexible and portable. Now applications will be like portable. This makes a major advantage in the current market where we do have a lot of things going around with the technology. Well, this Power Apps will also help us in building the mobile application. Now that is what Power Apps. Now you may ask me, okay, I've built a report with Power BI. Maybe Power BI data wise, I've used Azure. Now, why Power Apps? Well, your Power BI reports are for visualization. Now, if you want to have an interactive where you can go and enter the data, where you can check it, all this it has to be visualized in a report, then someone should go and enter the data. That entering the data, you can use your Power Apps for making entry. Automatically, you add a new customer in your mobile, you automatically add a new ticket or new complaint, it will directly go and affect in the Power BI, provided you set up some data refresh. Now that is what we are going to see as a part of Power Apps. Now we should also understand that this Power Apps will help us to solve our issue for interactive, right? You cannot go and insert any record in reports. Reports are for visualization, but you need to understand that there are certain things which you can visualize from your mobiles where you can start interacting it. A very good example, whatever you're doing, you can just go and do it in your mobile itself. That entry will be visualized in reports. For example, let's take a salesperson. Now salesperson, he may be visiting multiple places, he may be making some sales. Now where will he make entry? Do you think a old fashion of taking a diary and taking a pen and paper, taking a survey notebook in diary and then coming home and making an entry in Excel? Do you think we are in that phase of life? Definitely no. We are in the phase where the technology is ruling the world, where everything you can do it in your smartphone. Rather than entering in your diary book or a notebook, you start entering in your mobile, and by through an app. That app is Power App. By using Power App, you should be able to interactive it, and that's what we are going to see with Power Apps. We are going to build applications by using Power Apps. Now, okay, reporting is done. I have used Azure for data storage just to reduce the burden, and I've also made use of Power Apps so that people can install in their mobile and they can start working with it. Now, is it done? No. What we are going to do, we are going to automate some process. Let me give a live example. We had a live session today at 6 o'clock. Now, to have this live session, you know what we did? We have to share the links through WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Now, this 5 platforms, I have to go and send a link. Do you think I don't have any other work? I have created the link, but I have to go and paste it, copy paste it in all the websites, all the social media. Now, when we are in this type of a technology driven world, don't you think that there is a scope of an automation? Yes. Now that's where we are going to automate certain process. The entire business we can automate it. If you want to schedule any meetings, if you want to get any reminders, if you want to go and have some events, we can all do it in something called Power Automate. Now this is another tool which is coming under Power Platform, where you can automate certain process. Well, in this real world, automation is really required. You cannot go and do your manual work again and again. How long you can do your manual works? There is always a time where you have to move from your manual work to automation. Now this will help us to automate it. Any task, if you want to do it, you can go and automate it. Well, even Power BI reports, you want to do some repetitive tasks, you have to keep on pulling the data every now and then, or you want to keep on sending the emails to the end users saying that this is our advanced report, this is the latest report, this is a value. How many mails you will send it? Do you think always you can carry with your smartphones and you can carry with your laptops? Wherever you go, you take your laptop. Is it possible in the real time? Never. You can't even watch a movie if you're working for a business. Even for a movie theater, I've seen a lot of people taking laptops, right? So this is not possible in the real time. You have to send some automation. Well, that automation is what we are going to do it in Power Automate. Now, Power Automate is actually helping us in all the ways where you can make a lot of automation in the business. Anything if you want, you can just go and do it. And that is how your Power Automate is powerful, right? Now, also try to understand one thing. We have created a report. We have used Azure for data storage, Power Apps for building mobile application, Power Automate for automating your certain process, sending emails, sending links, updating your users, texting them, all this. Now finally, what we are going to do, we are going to connect the dots. We are going to connect the dots. All in all, we are going to use as a one single application. We have seen everything as an individual level. Now I am going to put everything into one business under one umbrella. And that one umbrella, we are going to use all the tools for running your business. To want to do a report, yes, Power BI is there. You want to automate some process, Automate is there. If you want to create a mobile applications, Power Apps is there. For all in all, you want to store your data in a very huge format, don't worry, cloud is there, that is Azure. All in all, we are going to use this for our business problem. You may ask me, why 5 tools? Well, definitely the demand is improving, and you can see a lot of people are struggling to get a job. It's all because single technology. If you want to be respected in IT industry, then you have to be a multi-skilled person. You cannot survive in IT with one technology. Keep that in mind. If you want to survive in IT, then there is no other go other than learning technology. If not today, you will be forced to learn tomorrow. If tomorrow there is any recession, if there is any firing is happening, and you will be the first person they will do it. If you are a one technological person, if you know multiple technologies, you will never be touched in terms of technical. One thing which will never fall down is technology. The way the technology is improving and the way it is actually in demand, you have to learn multi-skilled. This multi-skilled technology will make you an effective IT employee. You can jump into any work. If tomorrow they're giving any SQL work, you can do it. If they're doing any Power BI work, you can do it. If they're asking to automate certain process, yes, you can do it. And that's where you can have a very good career, by knowing multiple tools. Okay, now these are the 5 tools which we'll be learning. And we can see there is a lot of opportunities on Power BI itself, but I have also telling you that by knowing additional technologies, you will have good profile in the job. Now, also, I would like to tell you, I have picked few questions which repeatedly been asked in all the classes. So after this, you can start asking your questions as well. Now, the first question is, who should go for this course? Now, there could be confusion like, who can read this? The first thing I would say is, people who already know can enhance your knowledge. Let's say you're coming from a data science background or BI tools, or you already know certain tools, it's a right chance for you to become a multi-skilled person. And the second thing I would say is, you can actually be um, a non-coding background. Well, if you are coming from a non-coding background, this is the right technology for you. You need not even write a single code. You can still achieve your logics. You can start implementing a reports. You can start creating app without knowing any coding. And the moment you come out of your college, people say that do a course, especially on Java or testing. But now there are lakhs of students who knows Java and they're not getting placed. Now, as a fresher, this looks a right opportunity for you. If you want to get into this skill, right away you can learn it and you can start enhancing it. There are people not knowing this technology, especially freshers. Now, rather than learning Java or testing, if you learn this, this could actually create your job opportunity for you. And the most importantly, people who are coming from gaps. Like if you are learning any other technology, definitely the expectations will be high. I'm not saying that there is no expectations here. There is expectations here as well, but one can easily manage it. Why? You are not concentrating on the complete end to end. You're just focusing on the apps. Everything is app. Power App is one application. Power BI, it's one application. So we are actually concentrating on certain applications which you can master it within 3 months. If you're learning any coding language, your coding has to come with an experience. For this, no coding, still you will be able to manage your career path. Okay. Now, people who want to switch from non-technical to technical, this is also a right opportunity for you to jump to this technologies. This is one of the high paying job currently. By knowing all the 5 tools, you can create lot of offers with this 5 tools. Okay, every companies are now asking multi technologies, so if you learn this you should be able to crack it. Now, as a next step, you may ask me, there are n number of materials, there is n number of YouTube videos, there are n number of courses. What is that you have to join KSR Data Vision? Now, you may ask me that there are n number of materials, but there is no one course where which covers all at one place. If you are referring in any of the websites, if you are going with any of the courses online, you have to learn separately. First, you have to learn SQL, then you have to learn Power Apps, then you have to learn Power BI. Everything is separately. But here we as a working profession, we have been working on these skill sets which we use in the real time, and we have designed this course. No other institute in India is having an course that we have designed specially for cracking the job. We are covering all the features what is required. We are covering all the topics what is required for the real-time applications. Well, as said, 15 hours of SQL, 40 hours of Power BI. This is going to be our main syllabus. And then covering Azure, Power Apps, Power Automate. All 5, we are the only institute in India to teach this. And along with that, we are going to teach you 3 real-time Power BI projects. Well, all in all, to work with your Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, most importantly, you need an organization account. Now you need an organization account. Well, we are going to give you the organization account as well. Just like you join any company, they'll be giving a domain with their account. The moment you join with us, we will also give you an account where you can practice. None of the other institutes in India provides an account for every student. We take that privilege to provide each and every candidate with an account. This account is mandatory to learn with the real hands-on experience. In most of the institutes, in most of the online tutorials, they may be giving a dummy account, but here we are going to give an organization account. We as an institute, we are also an organization as a startup. We try to provide you an account where every communication will happen only through emails. Not only the technical skills, you'll also know how the organization works. Now that type of experience you can get here. Okay, now that's the one point. And as also said, we'll also be providing some interviews, mock interviews, and we'll help you to prepare. And most importantly, we'll understand what is your background, and we will be helping you in preparing your resumes. We will help you in preparing end to end. And most importantly, if you join our course, not only the technical skills, you'll also learn how you can work with the real-time companies without any hassle. Okay, and every week we'll also have some workshops, as well as we'll have some any if there, as we know, right, every new month Power BI comes with some updates. We will also help you in understanding the updates. Now all this, we take the privilege to tell you that you will never get all these features outside KSR. No, we KSR, we try to come up with a unique features by giving you all this, and we call ourselves as a one-stop shop. You come here, go out with a job. Now that's how we are unique, where if you're going with any online courses, the only challenge you will face is you don't know where to start, you don't know where to end, and there is no mentors. And here you are being under the mentor who is also working for the well established organization. They know everything about the tool, the importance, and how it is required for the real time. Everything they will be covering. All the scenarios, examples will be taken in the real time, what we are going to get in the projects. The same examples will be given here as well. Now, after completing this course, you will be able to crack the SQL, any logics you can implement it. You'll be able to work reports from scratch, and you will be also building a mobile applications, and more importantly, you will be learning cloud, and you'll also be able to work in the real time. Now, this is what is expected after your classes. Tools which we are going to cover by end of this course, you will be learning MySQL, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Azure. All in all, we will be learning in this course. We cover around 100 hours of classes. Completely, we are going to cover all this from the job perspective and the experience perspective. With that, I would like to open this. You can ask your question. You can always reach out to us. And most importantly, you can go and review our website. This is our website. You can go and see all the reviews. This is our own application. Just like you cannot get any of the maybe good movies outside your OTT platforms, like maybe Prime, Netflix, we are also restricting here. You will never get our videos outside our application. Anything, you have to get it only from our KSR Data Vision app. We are running our own app, which all the courses you can get it from this app. All the live sessions, all the classes, workshops, everything will happen only from this app. Please go and install this application. Get registered with your email. There are a lot of free courses that you have in our KSR. You can go through it. And for registering the current course also, you have an option where you can get registered. Now this is about our app, and this is our YouTube channel. Please subscribe our YouTube channel for getting more details on all the job related and the courses that is running on. And I would also tell you, we are starting a new batch, and we have already started 2 days back. You can just go and review that. Every day, every Monday to Friday, we are having a class at 8 a.m. morning, where we'll be covering the full stack power tools. Okay, and the class will be 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. We are going to give you KSR account, and 5 free day attend classes will be available. Please attend 5 free classes. You can join tomorrow morning 8 a.m. Please register, and it will be a live session. Let's say suppose you are not able to make up, you can immediately go and watch the recording on the same day. The recordings will be available 2 hours after the class. Okay, so I'll answer all your questions. Please do ask. Freshers doesn't get called, they're asking at least 1 years of experience. Well, maybe you're not reaching out to the right people. We can help you in referring. We have a lot of companies tie-ups, so we do have students placed from us through referrals. So we have companies like Landmark, and there are a couple of companies which I want to name after joining the course. So we will be showing you the details, and you can directly be pushed into the companies. Don't worry about job, we are guaranteed for that. Business analyst will concentrate more on the business side, try to work with mostly with the clients, whereas data analyst works closely with the data driven technologies. Package depends on your current experience, your current package, but you will be learning a lot with the quality training. You should be able to crack any tough interviews. The sessions is going to be live sessions, and if you're not maybe able to make up this live sessions, you can always go and attend the recordings as well. Are we good? Any questions? Definitely yes. Three projects. Along with the three projects, I'll also be telling you how you can work with multiple projects, so you can go and put it in your resume. No age barrier. We have a record of getting placed even 38 40 years of people who had a long gap in your career. Even they were able to learn this tool, and they were also able to crack an interview, and they're able to work together. Now there is no problem with the age. This technology doesn't require any of the continuity. You can still master this tool even if you have age gaps. The account is valid for 1 year. You don't need for 1 year. 3 months you'll get job. Why you need for 1 year? Definitely you will get an organization account once you join a company. No age barrier, and the fees for this course will be 27,000. This technology doesn't require any prerequisites. Even if you're coming from a BCom, BSc, mechanical, don't worry, you can still master this code. You can still master this course, nothing to worry on it. Are we good? Any questions? Python statistics, it's a different role. As I said, this is a data analytics course. We have a different course, business analytics, where you may learn Python, but this course doesn't teach. But we also have a course with the business analytics. We teach Python statistics, machine learning. You can definitely reach out to our team. They can help you in providing you the right course direction for you. Definitely you can shift. There is no prerequisites for you. Anyone who has an experience, anyone who is not having experience, this technology will be the right technology for your jumping on. The course duration will be 3.5 months. Any other question? Electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, anyone can do this course. There is no restriction. If you're a fresher and you're not getting job, maybe you're not reaching to the right people. We have a lot of companies tie-ups. We can help you in getting placed. Don't worry about that. Any other doubts? You can get into a good role with a good package. Please log into our website. Please log into our website. Please log into our website. Our website is KSR Data Vision. If you have not registered, request you to sign up first before logging in. But since we have an account, I'm logging in directly. You can go to home. You can go to the courses. You can see all the courses here. You have to click this full stack Power BI. First 5 free classes. Try first, pay next. Go to this one and you can go to your browser. You can see the browser here. You'll get to know the complete details about this course. Just get the course for free. And once you get for the course for the free, you'll be able to see this course. We already had a 2 demo sessions. You can see this and you can go and see the recording. And tomorrow will be the third class, which will be at morning 8 o'clock. So request you to join the course. Go and get registered with this. It's full stack Power BI. New batch starts from November 17th, 8 a.m. Request you to add this to your cart. Its first 5 days is free. You can go and get it for free. And then please make a decision after 5 days. If you have a office time, I mean, if you have a problem with the timings, you can go with the recordings. The same day the sessions will be available for you. Power BI, definitely it's going to be in demand, but only Power BI not help you. Start learning multi technologies, you will get job. Mock interviews will be provided. We will help you in referring. Don't worry about your job. We will be helping you. We'll be pushing into the right companies. The cost of this course will be 27,000 along with the account. We'll be providing you account for Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, which you can start building any application. We have tie-ups. We will be pushing your resumes. We will be helping you in scheduling the interviews. Don't worry about your jobs. We will be responsible for that. I've explained you how to join tomorrow's session. Request you to go to this course and you'll be seeing the class, the third class tomorrow morning 8 o'clock. This is our website. Please reach out to us and we will be helping you in getting your job. Certifications, you can take PL300, which is now an optimized version of data analytics role. You'll be able to take up that. This are all our recruiting partners where we will be pushing your profiles and you can get job easily. A maximum of 2K you will get discount if you join it within 5 days. That's the only concession because As I said, we will be providing the account. The account charges nearly 4 to 5k for each person. We have to bear that price. So 27 will be the fees. Depending on your communication, depending on your grasping knowledge, you can choose between Power Apps, Power BI and Business Analytics. Both are same end to end. In Business Analytics, you will be learning Python. That's the only difference. We will be providing your course completion certificate as well. For any other questions, request you to reach out to our team. Our team can help you. You can pay through our credit card by using in our app, and you can convert that credit card payment into EMI. That option is allowed. You will be getting 3 real-time projects which we'll be doing in our class. Okay, so with that, thank you so much for this session, attending this session. We will help you in detail. Please call out to our team. Our team can help you. Please attend the first 5 free day classes. It will be benefit for you. After that, you can take a decision.